Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mrs. Swifty and today we're doing another Planet Zoo speed build video. This is the promised Bengal tiger habitat build that I've been talking about for the last couple of episodes that I'm building for Daryl. Shout out to you. We're gonna go for a sort of treehouse vibe for the Bengal tigers. Yeah, it's just an idea I had. I'm just trying to make each of these habitats slightly different. I did have a little bit of help with this idea from David and Daryl, who I spoke to about this, and they said that they thought a treehouse build would be great. So that's what we're going for. We're building at the moment a little viewing area for the guests to come and see the tigers. They get a really good view from this platform up here. Because we're doing the tree houses, so the tree houses are at the same level as this and they're quite close to the windows. And obviously they get a view on three sides of the platform. The habitat will go like all the way around, like the viewing platform is inside the habitat as such. So yeah, obviously it's not a walk-through enclosure because it's a Bengal tiger habitat and you would get eaten by the tigers. So you can't actually, you're not like inside the habitat as such, but yeah, you can see, you get a really good view from up here. So I'm really happy with how this worked out. And yeah, just putting the floor in here. And you can see that I didn't want to make the inside like just a box, so I used those kind of corner pieces with the diagonal on them, which means that we're going to end up making some planter boxes in a minute to put on those corners, which actually I think turns out really nicely. I think it worked really, came out really nicely, and just adds a little bit of detail to the build as well. I think as I'm getting more experienced in doing Planet Zoo builds, the key seems to be in the detail, like putting in these little details like this really make the build just a bit more special, just a bit better. So I couldn't get the mulch to like go all the way through the box because we've obviously got those tight corners in the sides and we just don't have mulch pieces that would work for that. But I think I made it work by putting just some nettles and some different plants in there. I didn't put like flowers as such in these boxes because it didn't really feel right for the Bengal tiger habitat itself, so we've gone for just like greenery. And I've made sure that they are all like Asia plants, so hopefully the tigers won't be upset by it. In fact, I know that they're not upset by them, which is great. So yeah, we're going to put those on all four corners of the build. Yeah, really, really excited to share this build with you guys. One of my favourites in a while, and like I say, I feel like I'm getting better at these builds and just kind of adding the detail that we need. So we make this habitat quite a lot smaller than it is right here. I was just trying to figure out the spacing, but I didn't want actually them to be able to get too far away from the guests, because they need a fair amount of space but not too much. So I think we make it even smaller than this again, just to make sure that the guests have a good view of the tigers the whole way around. So here we're starting on the tree house. So all the tree house bits and the climbing bits are all the floor is all made out of the climbable like platforms and logs and things, so I wanted to make sure that the tigers could definitely get everywhere that we wanted them to get. So we're using the bamboo around the edges. I just thought it was a nice touch, and I like the green. I think I initially put it on there because I wanted to change the colour, because these are the colourable bamboo logs, but I actually decided to keep the green because I think it really just suits the build. So we went for the rusted metal roof on the guest platform area, but I decided to go for the thatching on the tigers' tree houses, because it just felt a bit more like tree housey. I really actually like how it all came together. I think it looks really cohesive, even though that it's like different materials. So obviously like the viewing platform is made with the glass, and it's got a wooden floor, but it's then got, you know, the rusted metal roof, but then you've got these tree houses that are like with the thatched roof and the bamboo and stuff. But I actually think it turns out really nicely, and it's cohesive, but it separates them out so that they're clearly it's not a guest area, it's a tiger area. I thought about switching out the glass here because I felt maybe the black like bits on the glass panes were a bit much and like blocking the view, but I do end up changing that back just because I preferred the aesthetics of the way that the black panes looked. So here we're building a little like almost like a it's not a ladder, but it's basically it's a way for the tigers to get up. I give them several different options, ways that they can climb up onto the tree houses, and actually I'm really pleased that they spend most of their time up on the tree houses or up on the raised piece of ground that I put in a minute in front of the guest area. So it's actually got really good views, this habitat, and the guests seem to really like it, so that's good. It's important for a zoo to have the guests like the habitats, so and the tigers seem really happy here, so yeah, I really hope you guys like it. I hope you guys are having a good week. We're having a pretty good week here. My husband's had the week off, so it's been nice to spend a little bit of family time. Obviously, if you're watching this in the future, this is February 2021, so in the UK here, we're still in lockdown right now. We're in lockdown number 3, but we have had great news. We've, you know, lots of people getting vaccines. In fact, I think, oh, now I can't remember what the statistic was, but it's a lot of people have had vaccines in the UK now. In fact, I think it's 10 million. I think 10 million people in the UK have had a COVID vaccine now. So we're hopefully on our way out of lockdowns, which would be lovely. I know we're all missing family and friends and just being back to normal. It certainly has not been the year that I expected. This time last year, I had a 2-month-old, just a bit less than 2-month-old. So this year has been like my first year as a mum, and most of it has been spent in lockdown and not being able to kind of do the things that you want to do as a new mum, you know, go to baby groups or go to swimming classes or just, you know, be out and about and seeing people. And yeah, so that's been you know, a shame, but I'm excited to get back to normal soon. So here I decided to do something a bit different with this barrier here. So I obviously have just made the habitat quite a lot smaller here, but I'm going to actually take out quite a lot of this wall. I'm going to replace it with these rocks. So what I do is I use the rocks, like align them onto the surface of the fence, of the barrier, and then I make the barrier a null barrier. So we're using these like flat rocks that the tigers definitely can't climb up. And we're just going to fill in a couple of the gaps that we've got here. And the tigers wouldn't be able to escape through those gaps in the game, but it just doesn't look very it's very good, just in general, aesthetically, for the gaps. It just doesn't, it looks like the tigers could escape or, you know, dig their way out, whatever. So yeah, we're just going to put a few rocks around, make this look a little bit more natural. It's clearly not natural. It is clearly like man-made. We intentionally put this rock wall here, but I didn't want to just have a line of flat rocks. I thought that looked a bit silly, so we're putting in some rocks on the outside as well. And the null barrier here with the rocks is going to go quite far along here, all the way up to the keeper entrance to the habitat. And then the rest of it we're going to actually make black, and we're going to cover with plants and things. So I really like the way this turned out. I haven't sort of done a barrier like this before, and I was concerned when I was building this part that the tigers might be able to like crawl out. They might be able to climb the rock because they are kind of climbing animals, but that isn't the case. They can't get out. I checked it, and yeah, it's good. no escaping tigers here, which is good. So yeah, I can't wait to go back to our local zoo. We are like annual members of our local zoo. They have a great conservation work across the world, and they've got lots of animals that are endangered that they're breeding and part of breeding programs and stuff, so I'm really happy to support them. Actually, that's Marwell Zoo if you're interested. They are fantastic and I love them, and we go regularly. They're quite local to us, so my husband particularly loves going to the zoo. So yeah, we have been missing that. They've been shut now for a few months and I know that they have been kind of struggling to you know, financially, because obviously the thing about a zoo is that your costs don't really go down during lockdown. You still have to look after the animals, you still have to have the staff and pay for the care of the animals and all of that, but if you've got no guests coming in, they've got basically no income. So I know people have been doing fundraising, they've been doing you know, charity stuff for them, which is fantastic. So yeah, if you're interested, you know, maybe I'll link them down below. You can go and donate some money if you fancy it. But yeah, I can't wait to get back. They do have tigers. They've got actually, yeah, they do. Yeah, they've got two tigers. Yeah, they have a male and a female tiger. They recently got a new female tiger. As sadly, the female tiger they had before passed away very unexpectedly, which was very sad. But yeah, they've got their two tigers. They had tiger cubs only a few years ago, and then they've got like snow leopards and cheetahs and lots of big cats. So Yeah, it is a great zoo. I do love it. But, I don't know if they have, I don't know, I think they're Siberian tigers, the ones they have at, oh no, they're not, they're Amur tigers, which, is that the same as Siberian tiger? I need to look that up. But, yeah, so I don't think they have Bengal tigers there, so this is a different species to, I don't know if I've ever even seen a Bengal tiger, actually, except in Planet Zoo. But, you know, they have great animations, so pretty realistic. So we are kind of finishing off now. We've finished kind of building the tree houses. We've got the 3 tree houses and they're all connected and they all have ways that the tigers can climb up to them. Now we're just putting enrichment items in. Make sure the tigers are happy, they've got plenty that they can play with and do. I do have to move, I think I put a blood pumpkin on that central tree house, and apparently the keeper can't get to it, which is a little frustrating, so we do move that one, but yeah, you saw as well, you will have seen that we raised up some of the ground near the front of the guest viewing area, and that's where we put the food area for them, their food tray, that the guests, the keeper can come and fill, not the guests, the keeper can come and give, you know, the tigers food and stuff, but it's also a really good viewing point so that the guests can get a good look. Here I was just trying to figure out what I was going to do for the information points. I decided just to go with something simple, and I decided to put these, what do you call them, just hangings I suppose, behind the education boards. I toyed with putting some like wood at the top and the bottom there as well, but I decided not to do that, so I took those off in the end. And I decided just to leave it with just the tapestry type thing behind there. I think it actually works really nicely. It's got the colours of the Bengal tigers, and yeah, I think it works well. So jotting around some donation bins. We've got our keeper talk thing here. I'm going to make a sign in a minute. I think I'm doing that now, yeah, for the tiger talks is what we're calling it, so people know that this is where you come if you want to find out all about the tigers. So I make it orange and I give it some brown stripes, and I just, you know, just a little ode to the tigers. So yeah, I think it turned out well, and yeah, like I say, the guests seem to really like this habitat. So do let me know, like I said, if you have a habitat that you want me to build for you. If you've got an animal, or maybe your favourite animal, or just an animal that you like in the game, then please let me know. I'd love to build you a habitat. That would be fantastic. So yeah, we're just kind of decorating a little bit in here. I don't put many plants in here. I think I just put this one over by the keeper talk part. I just thought I just needed something there, and we're just putting in the facilities for the staff here, so make sure they've got power and they've got a staff room and a keeper hut and everything that they could possibly need over here. It's not really anything special, to be honest. It's just a little kind of hut, but it's got everything that they need, so it's important to make sure that the tigers have what they need. We're coming to the end now, so I really hope that you have enjoyed this build. I'm going to leave you with the tigers in a moment, and you can spend some time watching. Oh, actually, we're not. Oh, we've got a little bit longer. I forgot we've got to do the fence yet, and that took me a little while. But I will leave you in a minute, and I'll let you finish out the video. And then there's a little bit of footage of the tigers at the end, just enjoying the habitat. So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this build. If you did, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. I'm going to be, like I say, posting regularly, and comment below if you want me to build you a habitat in our dedication zoo. That would be fantastic. So I'm going to say bye bye for now. Enjoy the tigers, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you so much. Bye.